What on earth is the specific carbohydrate diet and how can it help you if you have Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis? But most importantly, how does it work and what foods can you and can't you eat? And if you want to know where you can get your hands on this free nutrition and IBD guide, then stick around to the end of this video as I'll be telling you all you need to know about that guide and the specific carbohydrate diet. Welcome back to my channel, the only place for Crohn's and colitis tips, tricks and information. So make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to be notified every time I post a video. And if you want to join an exclusive community of people who receive my personal tips and tricks on living with Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis, make sure you sign up to my newsletter by visiting the link in the description box below. Now before we get started, if you have Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis and are thinking of changing your diet to the specific carbohydrate diet, I suggest you go to your doctor who can refer you to a dietitian who will be able to guide you through this process in a safe way. Right, so what is the specific carbohydrate diet? Well, this is an extreme form of a low carbohydrate diet that limits the amounts of carbohydrates like sucrose, lactose, and other carbohydrates found in starchy foods in which you can eat. Now, the idea and how the specific carbohydrate can work is by that some people are unable to digest certain carbohydrates properly because of their Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis or other bowel conditions, and so the majority of these undigested foods that pass into the large colon act as a food source for the bacteria found in the large colon. Now, similar to the low FODMAP diet, which you can find a video I did on the description box below, so look out for a video like this, a process called fermentation occurs in the large intestines, which is where these carbohydrates are converted to alcohol and organic acids by the bacteria in the colon. And so as a result of this fermentation, gas is produced and so remains in the colon, which then causes bloating and can also cause symptoms such as pain, discomfort, and diarrhea. Now, what the specific carbohydrate aims to do is to limit the supply of food for these bacteria in the large intestine, thereby reducing the amount of symptoms that a person experiences. So the foods that you are not allowed to eat on the specific carbohydrate diet include, and bear in mind this isn't a full list, legumes, milk products because they contain lactose, all types of grains like corn, wheat, barley, oats, rice, breads and pasta. As mentioned, it is a very extreme diet and pretty much eliminates a large amount of food groups, but you can still eat meat, fish, eggs, some nuts like peanuts and cashew nuts, and to some extent frozen, raw or cooked vegetables and string beans, which is why it is really important you have to see a dietitian if going on this diet. Now, this diet can be extremely difficult to stick to because of the amount of foods it actually limits, which is why, as I mentioned, you have to go see a dietitian that can guide you through this process safely. And it's also to remember that if you are going on the specific carbohydrate diet and you find that it actually improves your symptoms and you feel a lot better, you are not cured if you have Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis. Remember, there is no cure for Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis, and any reduction in symptoms that you experience due to a change of diet, you are most likely going into remission. Now, what remission means is that the disease is still there, it's just not causing you any problems, whereas a cure implies that the disease is gone forever, and as mentioned, there is no cure for Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis. And that is pretty much a brief summary of the specific carbohydrate diet, but I go into so much more detail in this free guide, which you can download by clicking the link in the description box below. Now, make sure you check out these videos for more useful tips, tricks and information on Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis. Hit that subscribe button and the bell to be notified every time I post a video, as well as leaving a like and a comment if you enjoyed this video, and I can't wait to see you all in the next episode.